Hello, YouTube. Happy holiday weekend. Today's September 7th, and this is Sports Cards Daily. On this day in 1896, A.H. Whiting wins first automobile race in Cranston, Rhode Island. Now, my thought was, I didn't know there were automobiles. I mean, I guess there were some, but I thought it was like much later on. I mean, they were racing these things back in 1896? It's amazing. What'd you miss yesterday? Well, a lot of weekly updates. And I'll hit on these in a few moments. And a new content provider talking about soccer stickers, so that was cool. So we'll hit on that as well. Hobby news, Cal Ripken Jr. set is announced. And learning from my mistakes article on Sports Card Investor. So I'll hit on that. Now you'll see learning from my mistakes in Sports Card Investor. There's two of these today. One's a video and one is an article. So I'll share both and share my comments as well. Later today, or if not already, spotlight on 1933 Gowdy gum set from the Baseball Card Collector Investor Dealer, one of my favorite channels. Hobby quick hits from the Hobby podcast. Sports card flip recap from Flipping Steve, and I'm hoping to drop my ZiggyNo preseason football video either tonight or it will be tomorrow. Let's get into the content. So first of all, Topps today, yesterday, announced Cal Ripken 2131 card set. Thought that's interesting. That's news. I'm not a huge fan, but I know a lot of people are fans. He definitely was the Iron Man. There'll be no one who beats that record, so it could be interesting. But we'll see. Learning from my mistakes. This is an article on Sports Card Investor. From Jonathan Torrey talking about buying cards. Talks about a little bit about Mahomes. And I'll just say this. He goes over his mistake, right? I don't see his mistake as a bad one. I mean, he made some money. Now, he could have made more money, right? I think that's right now the biggest mistake you're hearing in the hobby is people say, oh man, I only made $1,000. I could have made two. That's concerning because you wait. People are going to be talking about some other mistakes they made. Let me share some mistakes with you that I've made that are a little more honest in a few moments here. Let's move on into the content. So Slab Stocks, their football club edition, looking at soccer, weekly edition. I like that Aaron is bringing in new people to me on soccer. I hadn't heard from Tyler Schmidt, so it's great to hear his perspective on this. And again, I still am not into soccer yet. I'm still kind of got my toe in the water, but there's a lot of activity. It seems like it could be exciting. It's had this potential for a long time with the global popularity, so we'll see where it goes. Next video on soccer I thought was really cool. This is LDN Cards. New subscriber to me at least. This guy's over in England, right? England, London, wherever. And he's talking about in this stickers. First of all, I love this guy's channel. He's got great content. He's all about the hobby, and he focuses on soccer. He talks about soccer, cards. He talks about soccer stickers. Just really, really good insight. And again, I didn't even hear about some of these cards. I mean, there's like a Merlin set of stickers. I think that was cool in itself, right? Merlin. That's anyway. Check it out. I thought it was a really good video and new content provider. Weekly breakdown of the Project 2020. I've followed Chris's channel for a long time. I'm not into it as much because I'm not doing everyday Project 2020. In fact, let me just tie in together here. One of my worst investments has been Project 2020. Now, I'll say that in two ways. So far, the amount of money I've spent on it and the amount of money I've made off of it, or the money I could make off it, would be a loss. Now, I'm also not planning to sell right away. I have a long-term plan for the 2020 set. But honestly, this set is just like buying rocks and swimming with them, right? It's all the cards go down in value. It seems like now. I'm sad. I'm disappointed with it. But as a collector, I still like it. I like looking at my cards. I think it's cool. There's some that I like to pick up, and I love watching Chris's channel. So, but again, this would be one of my biggest selling mistakes. The other one I'd tell you would be the Topps T206 cards. I bought boxes of that stuff. Breaking them, they were terrible hits, and reselling them, they're just not reselling. There's nobody cares about T206 Topps. Maybe you should never make that set again. Maybe I just missed it, or there's a bunch of people having a party I don't know about. Now, on to my worst sports card investments. I'm not going to go too long on this one. This is Jeff from Sports Card Investors. His worst decision ever in sports cards is he only made thousands of dollars. Again, I don't know. This is another one of those stories, like the article earlier. And I understand he talks about how he sold Lukas and he bought a Giannis and the Giannis went up, but the Lukas would have gone up more. Well, look, man, as someone once told me, a wise man, you can't go broke taking a profit. And I also think that two things. When I sell a card, I expect it's going to continue to go up. I'm not trying to sell a card at the peak, hoping the next person that buys it and it goes down. That's never my intent. So every card I sell, I hope there's more meat on the bone. And I also don't look, I guess I enjoy sports card about the hobby a little bit more than just the profiting side. So again, interesting, but I'd love to hear people's real stories. Like tell me some real stories of some real losses. Maybe I'll do a real loss story. Because if these are the worst decisions and worst losses people have made, man, could be worse. Bargain breaks from Comeback Card Investor. I like this. It's an hour-long video. What I like about this though is he breaks it down. He's talking about it with you. Each sport, he takes questions. He does this live. I recommend attending live more than watching the recording. But if you haven't, right, check it out. He does go over some pretty cool stuff. He shares market movers with you. And I like this. There's a lot of market movers, users out there. She collects cards who show you how the tool is being used. Northeast Ohio shows you the tools being used. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm excited because I'm always learning about that as well. Next up was weekly card releases. This is Cardboard Carolina. He does his breakdown of new products that are coming out, showing you the GTS website. A lot of new products coming out this week. I did see that Bowman Chrome got pushed back a week. I think about pushed back 9 days from the 9th to the 18th. Next up, the week that was in sports cards from Northeast Ohio Sports Cards. Again, using market movers. He talks about sports cards. He talks about the move from basketball declining, football rising, other sports. Great breakdown. Really enjoyed that video. Last but not least is Benchclair Media. They do a breakdown of baseball card rookie cards. Now, I will say he's done a lot of these videos recently. This one was good to me because I like he spins it on, wow, this is going to affect September. What does this mean with a shortened season? Coming into the end of the season, playoff race, and going into the playoffs, whose cards have more chance of going up and down in value and so forth. So I did find that pretty useful. I'll be honest, on baseball for myself, I'm long on baseball. I'm not looking to flip anybody this year. I didn't get too deep in baseball except for Project 2020 and Topps T206. But for the most part, I'm just trying to enjoy baseball. It's not a flipping hobby for me this year. Okay, well, that is about it. Hope you guys enjoyed September 7th. Stay safe, stay healthy. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Man, we are climbing up the list. Over 600 subscribers. I really appreciate that. Let's get the word out. I have some passionate subscribers who love the show. Share that with your friends. I think everybody in the hobby should be tuning in every day. And you should also be telling me, what am I missing? What am I not including that you want to hear more of? Let me know and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.